Money never came easy for me. I always worked hard also because I do enjoy working, and now that I'm a full-time content creator here on YouTube and on Patreon, I invest even more time and energy in what I have to offer to this world. And knowing the real price and value of money, I'm trying to be utterly intentional with how I spend it. I live frugally, but this doesn't mean that I'm saving on everything and all the time. No, nothing like that. There will never be a video on this channel titled like I buy nothing, because it's not true, and I sincerely don't think it's possible in the modern world. We have to pay certain sums for certain things. And in today's video, I'll share with you 10 things that I intentionally refuse to buy as a 41-year-old woman in order to stay true to myself, to my values, and to my comfort, both physical and mental. I don't buy anything AI, be it a subscription service or a product. I'm a content creator, but I'm also a self-taught artist, and I don't support all the hype and all the promotion that artificial intelligence products get right now. For those who might not really understand how artificial intelligence creates things, this is how it happens in a nutshell. Artificial intelligence takes the data that already exists online, so be it text or illustrations or recipes or photos, knitting patterns even, created by real humans previously, and then Frankensteins this data into some other things. But it's not new things, it's just Frankensteins made of the stolen objects of intellectual property. Real human creators are almost never paid by those huge AI companies. But even from the standpoint of not a creator but a consumer, I still refuse to use AI products because I don't think that we can benefit from them in any real way. I just don't believe that we can ever benefit from losing the ability to do the simple internet search ourselves, or make a synopsis of a book, or to write a text with your own mind and with your own creative structure, or to draw something yourself, to learn to cook and combine products in a creative way, because this is what we have our brain for, right? Someone in the comment section under a very popular video criticizing AI wrote, "Why would I want to read a book that nobody bothered to write?" And I cannot agree more. I would absolutely support AI if it was created not to rob creative people of their income, but to solve environmental problems, or to reduce poverty, or come up with political and diplomatic decisions that are beneficial for building universal peace. But this is not happening. As one sci-fi author said, "I want AI to do my laundry and dishes so that I can do art and writing, not for AI to do my art and writing so that I can do my laundry and dishes." As a content creator, I never use AI tools to write scripts or write titles or make thumbnails. I do everything using my human abilities. I prefer not to cut corners to save time, because I do enjoy spending time on making videos that I love. I don't buy any books, lectures, or courses on how to get rich. I don't know about you, but I find it really unnerving how much content is created right now solely about how to make money. Out of pure interest, I've watched a couple of videos on this topic from big creators and small creators, and I was left feeling kind of perplexed with just one question burning in my mind, a question that wasn't answered in any of those videos. And that question was, what are people supposed to do with all that money that they suddenly might earn? Money, when making money, is promoted solely like a goal in itself or a way to get more power. But all this sounds to me similar to the productivity cult that is also promoted everywhere right now, like do less to save more time. But then what? What are you going to do with the time that you save? The excessive focus on materialism doesn't bring any meaningfulness in a pure human sense. Yes, money is important, but it's not everything. And don't get me wrong, I myself come from a poor background, and at the moment my partner and I make sort of a below minimum wage combined, but still I refuse to pay to anyone telling me how to get rich, because I don't want to get rich. I want to have just enough to embrace meaningfulness with as less funds and things and, I don't know, privilege as it is possible in the current situation. I do believe that the get-rich products shift the focus from more important things, and I refuse to support that. I don't buy any specifically anti-age products. I am 41 at the moment, and of course I'm quite aware that I do have good genetics. But there was a time period in my life when I was horrified not only about getting older, but about looking older year by year. That fear was gone as soon as I ended toxic relationships with a person who believed that women aged over 30 are not worthy at all. Since then, many things changed. I have changed a lot. I stopped getting Botox and nasolabial fillers or torturing my skin with retinols, and unlike it is promoted by many beauty gurus, retinols are not good for everyone. Right now I use just a regular face lotion that is actually meant for the whole body, not for the face, and this huge pack is enough for my partner and I combined to use throughout the whole year. I try to do face massage regularly because good blood circulation and the release of muscle tension is much more important for a healthy and glowy skin than injections or retinols. The positioning of products, be them skincare products or any other ones, as anti-age is based on fear, and I refuse to support that. I don't want people after reaching a certain age threshold to believe that they have to begin to use certain serums and lotions and injections to rejuvenate themselves. Aging is not just fine. It's a privilege, and it's a very, very cheesy truth that is never losing its value. I don't buy anything to mask my skin imperfections. And this kind of relates to the anti-age chapter, and I don't want to sound like a broken record because I've mentioned this before, but I refuse to buy any concealers or foundations. I'm voicing only my personal opinion here. I don't want any masking because masking roots in insecurities and fear. I'm not being judgmental, and I do understand people who use anti-age products or skin covering things because I've been there, and people have their own reasons. I'm not the one standing in a white, spotless gown of judgment. I don't buy any status symbols, be it brand new technology or expensive shoes or bags or some cool memberships that are meant to show that I'm on a higher step in the social hierarchy. Well, because first, I'm not. I'm an average human and I'm not ashamed of that. Only once in my life I tasted Dom Perignon or saw and touched a Cartier piece of jewelry, but I never had a desire burning in my chest to own all those things and to drink Dom Perignon every day, for example. I even don't want to have a car as a status symbol. And of course, at some point of our life, Brian and I will have to get a car or buy a home, but I'm sure that it will be something very far from being a status thing. I will always prefer history to status, coziness to prestige, and comfort to appropriateness. I don't buy gym memberships because I do have certain gym-related anxieties, and it's not just about hygiene, but about the overall experience of being around exercising people. As someone with naturally low energy levels, I need a lot of focus and commitment to do my movement routine. And for that, I found out that working out at home is the best for me. I can exercise more because I don't spend the time going to the gym and from the gym. I save money because I either use free workouts online, and by the way, they are not entirely free because just imagine how much time and expertise a creator puts into making such videos. That's why I always try to find ways to support my favorite yoga teachers, for example, here on YouTube, or I buy online fitness courses from people who I trust and who I like and who I love supporting. Maybe one day I will feel the need to socialize through sport once we are in the country of our final destination, but at the moment I'm absolutely happy to respect a highly sensitive, anxious introvert within me and not to spend money on gym memberships. I don't buy any shady services because I come from a country with very extensive history of bribing and promoting all sorts of shady practices. But Russia, my home country, is not the only country in the world that has such cultures. I've been to and I've lived in other countries who also support that, and I was forced to bribe several times in my life. One of the most recent incidents happened about 2 years ago when Brian and I took a train from Serbia to Montenegro, and I talked about this experience in one of the videos on this channel, and I will link the video up there and down below if you haven't watched it. And thanks to a very kind and responsible viewer, the heroes of that story got some well-deserved repercussions. I refuse to pay money to all sorts of third parties that promise to fast-track documents or ensure some legal approval of things, because the more we support these schemes, the more they grow. Maybe my opinion is a tiny little drop in a huge ocean, but as someone who has to deal with a lot of paperwork nightmares at the moment, I would rather spend more time and more money rather than betray my values and my probably idealistic hope for a more fair world for all of us. I don't buy vegan leather anything if it's made of plastic. Be it PVC or PU, I don't see anything good in choosing plastic-based faux leather over real leather. Plastic is not biodegradable, and items made of plastic-based vegan leather are worn out so rapidly and they cannot be mended really, while real leather can last for years. It can be repurposed over and over again. Vegan leather that is produced using plant-based materials such as pineapple, I think I've read about it, is a great alternative, and I hope that it will get more development soon, because right now at the moment people need to get access to such vegan leather goods, or they have to afford it. And until then, I'm refusing to buy any plastic leather shoes that hurt my feet, or plastic leather wallets or bags that last only for a season at most. I don't buy clothes with more than 50% of synthetics. I'm not a completely anti-synthetic person, because adding a synthetic fiber to certain fabric makes it more durable, lightweight, and easy to care. I love knitting, and for example, the majority of regular sock yarn have at least 25% of nylon, because making socks out of 100% wool is a road to disaster, because holes in them appear in a wink of an eye. Of course, some advanced yarn producers are now making sock yarn with the addition of rami, which is a plant-based fiber. I think it's simply nettle, but again, it's not that widely available and accessible for all people in the world. For example, where I live, I cannot find anything like that. And still, I refuse to buy clothes that are more than 50% synthetic, even if it's sport clothes. I've made this mistake before, but I'm not going to repeat it anymore, because I simply don't enjoy the feeling on my skin from such fabrics. I don't buy knits just because I love knitting myself. Yes, there are no more high moral values here. I just enjoy choosing the pattern, choosing the yarn, spending weeks and months creating a garment or an accessory for my loved ones or for myself. When you know how freaking long it takes to make a humble pair of socks or a simple sweater vest, you begin to be more thoughtful and intentional with your spending habits. And also, I just love repurposing yarn. I love unraveling stuff when I no longer like it and just using the yarn for something else. It is very important to remember that money is a token that you get for your time, energy, expertise, and it's completely up to you what you think this token is worth spending on. I have voiced my personal subjective opinion here, and now I invite you to share yours in the comments down below. What do you refuse to buy to stay true to yourself, to your values? Please don't forget to be respectful and kind. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, dear friends. Honestly, I've been struggling with it a little bit today because my mind just refuses to work. I have something going on in my life which makes me very anxious, and maybe that's why next week there won't be any video on the channel, or maybe there will be. It will depend on how I feel physically and mentally. But regardless of that, I'm so glad that you found a little bit of time to watch this video, and I want to thank everyone who supports my work on Patreon and other tipping platforms, because thanks to you this channel exists. And for now, as always, be safe and keep your heart open, and I will see you soon. Пока-пока!